Well, hello, welcome to today's stream. Today we'll be going back to Advent of Code and crunching some of those numbers down so we can finally unlock that door. And before we head into that, I do want to highlight it is garden season, and if you want to follow along my plants that I'm growing, definitely subscribe and fill out the form so that you can have access to view the garden tracker for this year. So far, we have some collard greens, some lettuce, pak choi, Brussels sprouts, some kale, and we have broccoli and some cabbage. Now, I don't think the lettuce has survived, so I may grow some more. But yeah, the lettuce didn't make it from the transplant. And oh, and then here is the water system irrigation we got going. So we started this one back in April 21st, and we've been basically refilling this up every week. My goal was to calculate uh, the fluid rate of the water into each pot, um, so that I know essentially when I need to go to fill that up. But so far, it's basically once a week. Um, I need to go and fill that up. Right now, I believe it's eight eight steaks that are in the pots, and they are set to 5 minutes. Um, 5 minutes twice a day. So the water comes out the drips for 5 minutes. That's twice a day. So one time in the evening and then another time in the morning. Um, and I utilize a 3.5 gallon bucket. So that's the size of the water that's holding the water for my plants, and then the plants, it's distributed to the plants, or that water is distributed to the plants. Yeah, so just make sure you sign up for that. Yeah, just fill out the form. The link is, of course, in the bio where you can see those forms. Of course, you should also be able to see like 2025's plants. Uh, we tried to keep up with it. As you see here, that's when I planted it. That's when the H is basically when I should expect to see harvest. And I just have to do the same thing for this year. So some of this I should know, like the lettuce, pak choi, should be familiar. The pak choi is actually yielding right now. So yeah, so if you have any recommendations for what I should make or cook with some pak choi, some type of soups, let me know in the comments. And while you're getting your garden tracker, you can also subscribe to getting the Mexico itinerary from last year. And we also have some desk trinkets in my shop that you can purchase. We have a lot of things going on that you can participate in and find your lane. All right, so that's the garden for the year. Let me know things that you're growing or anticipating to grow during this spring and summer. We love a good dialogue. Okay, so we're gonna take a brief pause from our ESP 32s So these thingies, we're gonna take a brief pause. I was able to finally get the Wi-Fi to pop up, so you can essentially connect the Wi-Fi to this device. That took a lot of trial and errors, and I also had to play with the firewall system on my computer so that the device could recognize my computer as well as the device and communicate. So I hope to post that on my community page so you can see what that had looked like, the images, and how it popped up on my Wi-Fi for me to connect with. So yeah, so we're almost there. So that was one step closer as far as the Wi-Fi recognizing the device. One thing that I saw online too was that the frequency of this is like a 2.4 gigahertz, and so it operates on that Wi-Fi frequency. And so if you have like a 5 gigahertz frequency, sometimes your device might not recognize it, but it did pop up. So I have to try it again, because the internet I was plugging into this was actually not the 2.4, so I'll have to try this again. So we're gonna put this on pause till I can figure out the Wi-Fi firewall situation. Who knows, we might go on live and you just sit with me as we try to get it to pop up. Now, so we're gonna go back to our coding system here. So if you don't remember the advent of code, yeah, we're gonna hope that the lettuce make it the next time for sure. There is probably some time where I could put some lettuce seeds in the soil, but yeah, I'm not probably gonna do all that. So yeah, the lettuce will be next time. And then sometimes it's also a good thing, because the caterpillars and the other slugs and stuff, they do like the lettuce and the lettuce and stuff and broccoli. So at least I don't have it. I won't be fighting them against having some salads and stuff. So that's also always a plus. Okay, so back to adding a code. We're going to be focusing on our combination and identifying when the combination passes 0. Or not past 0, but hits 0. Yeah, lettuce is the key to delicious salads. Yeah, so we're calculating how many times the combination hits 0. And once we get that number, we'll be able to finally pass level 1 of having a code. So I believe the highlighted field in oranges here is where we last stopped. So it says we last updated February 2nd. And we added isBlank and BitAnd as our in our code. Okay, well, look at that. It's a good thing that I have notes here. Alright, so where were we? So that was this line item, 15. Then there was another highlight here. We started counting the zeros and have to figure out larger rotation numbers. Okay. Well, that's a plus. And up here we also have the count number, so let's make this another color. You can go with light blue. Now it's calculating column D and how many times 0 came about. Now let's see. I think we have 4,000 rows. So let's 4,036. So we're gonna see if that changes the numbers. 4,036. The autofill. Okay, so it still says 13, so it's not counting the empty. That is cool. Now let's see if this is right though. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, it's 13. Alright, so far we have 13 zeros. Okay, so the tricky part is the equation that we have only accounts for double-digit rotations. Now it's saying here that the combination has turned 953 times or positions. Which is a crazy amount of rotations. Now, first I was thinking maybe we could use probability or statistics. Or we could convert this number to a double digit. That way we know how many times it rotated. So let's see. So it says 900, 700. we're gonna spend some time looking up so let me switch my screen. Okay, so of course we went to Google for help because we need some assistance with this equation. We have three digits instead of 2. So we're gonna see what pops up. AI says there is no information. And Wiki says this might be rotation matrix. In linear algebra, a rotation matrix is is a transformation matrix that is used to perform a rotation. That rotates points in the XY plane clockwise when they go. No, this is not the rotation I'm talking about. Just talking about regular combination. Okay, now we get somewhere. So for a 3-digit combination log, where each digit can range from 0 to the total number of combinations calculated as. You can express it as 10 or up to equals 100. Okay, getting somewhere. Let's see what else AI can let me know. Okay, so what I'm thinking is for this third number, okay, for this third digit that we have, I'm thinking that it stays at that particular position 9 times. So if we did because there's 99 positions, and so if we add +1, that should put us back at that same digit. That's what my mind is thinking. So if we so let's see. I think that's how that would go. Let's see. So we had so this one's at 78. We're gonna have to go to our sheets. Yeah, we're going to go to a sheet where we can play a little bit. So 78 is the last number. Okay, so and it's gonna rotate to the left 953 times. So we don't want that. 76. That's what we want to do. Yeah, let's see actually how many. Oh, I did it wrong. This should be 99. 1. Like, that don't make sense. Okay. I knew some wasn't adding up, so let's do that again. We're gonna try that again. And hey, my hypothesis was right. Now, I believe we don't count this because it's already sitting at 78. So we're gonna move this up. Yeah, so if we move 100, then it should go back to that number. Oh. Huh. So I'm thinking if that's the case, we probably can't ignore the third digit. If I'm correct here, that would be my hypothesis. I think that's a good one. Yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts on that one. Do you think we can neglect the third digit here, the 900? Because if we just move it 100 times, if we move the dial 100th time, we should end back at that same number. So whether it says 700, we do that 7 times 100 rotation, we should end back at that same number. But that is my thoughts. I think that's a good one. Yeah, so we're gonna see how to extrapolate those main 2 digits. Oh, I meant to say subtract. Yeah. just need to read some of the formulas and see if that option works. Options, yeah. Let's see, I'm gonna click one more. What? You can add the AI to your Google Sheet? Wow, there's a function for that. That's kind of cool. But that's not what I want to do. I wanted to read. I would essentially like it to read the number and just read the first two digits. Converts a signed binary number to decimal format. No, we don't need any of that. Shift the bytes of the input a certain number of places to the right. Returns the real coefficient of a complex number. Man, I just need something real simple. Returns the absolute value of a number. that means. Let's see what that is. That is not what I'm looking for. I thought Ian was interesting. Let's see what that means. Okay, let's keep going. What's that? Ace. This might be interesting. They did not wrong. Nope. That is weird. Let's keep going. Rounds a number down. We don't want to round. Given that input. Returns a substringer from the beginning. Left. We might be onto something. Let's see. Okay, okay. Okay, we might like this one, so let's try the left. I mean, right. Right. Well, let's see what he means. Right. Just saying right. Okay. All right. We like this. We like this. So wait, so right. 2. Yeah, we want right. Okay. So now that we have that, so this should work. Yeah, nice. Yeah, sure does work. So I could probably just put that here and drag that down. Sounds like a good option. What we're gonna do is duplicate this. Yeah, we're gonna duplicate that and let's move this. Cut and paste that here instead. We're gonna push pause. Yeah, I wanted to go down to the end. Got the code to drag it down. But this should work. Yeah, we're gonna push pause on right here. But we're gonna change it to read row A instead of row B. Okay, so we're gonna push pause, add a note that briefly add a note. even add a note saying. Nope. It's on May 14th. Use the lights. Oh. Okay, so we are going to stop right there and end the stream. Thank you for coming today, and we are one step closer. Oh, we were working on basically identifying how many times our combination hits 0. So right now we have about 4,000 rows of data here, and so we have to calculate how many times our combination hits the number 0. And so far we've got to row 102 and we have 13 zeros, but once we finish those zeros we'll be able to unlock level 1 of our Advent of Code. But right now we were a little stuck at this combination where it rotates 953 times, and we get a negative number here, so this isn't going to work. So we just have to figure out a good formula to calculate the position of this particular rotation. So yeah, so that's what we're working on. We're going to stop right here at this point and pick it up on our next video. So I hope that explained it to you, and thank you for joining today's live.